Assalamu alaikum everyone, it's Athar. Welcome to Islamic Culture Podcast. Idris alayhi salam was the first person to write with a pen. So the writing before Idris wasn't exist. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught him how to write with a pen and he taught his people how to write with a pen. Also Idris alayhi salam, he was the first person who called to jihad, the fighting for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why did he do that? Because he noticed that the corruption started to spread among his people because of Qabil's descendants. As I told you before, that Qabil's descendants were very corrupt people. So he wanted to protect his people. So he made a war against those people and he defeated them. After that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to Idris that every single day Allah will give him all the good rewards of all the good deeds of his people. So he became so happy and he realized that the only way to get more rewards is to live longer. So at that time, Idris alayhi salam, his friends were from angels. So he told one of those angels, is there any chance that you could speak to the angel of death and ask him to make me live longer? He said to him, okay, we'll see. And he rode on his back of this angel and they flew together up to the heavens. And in the fourth heaven, they met the angel of death. And this angel told the angel of death that Idris is asking that if you could make him live longer, make him live longer. And he answered, and where is Idris? He said, he's on my back. And the angel of death said, amazing. And the angel said to him, what amazing? He said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered me to take the soul of Idris on the fourth heaven. And I wondered how I'm gonna do this. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it happen. And the angel of death took the soul of Idris, and Idris passed away. After the death of Idris, corruption started to increase more and more. Because, there was a very big gap between Idris and the next prophet. So Shytaan exploited this gap and started to manipulate, the minds of the people at that time. What did he do? Let's see. At first, my friends, during when Idris alayhi salam was alive, people were going to him. So after his death, people were going to his followers. His followers were very righteous, very pious, very obedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They were going to them. So those people, when they died, what happened? Every time someone of those righteous people, of those followers died, he would go and pretend that he is very grieved and very sad about his death, and started to say, oh, what a wonderful man he was. Guys, we shouldn't forget them. We should make something remind us of those people. Yeah, what should we do? For example, we should make drawings of those people, not to forget them. And they did. And when the next generation came, he said to them, oh guys, you see these pictures? Oh, what a great grandfather you had. Guys, what should you do? Just, as a kind of respect, you should carve statues of them from stones. Just not to forget them, and just as a kind of respect. And they did. And he came to the next generation and said, you see these idols? Just as a kind of respect, because they were very righteous and very pious people, you should just bow your heads down and make prostrate. Just as a kind of respect, they deserve to bow your heads down and to prostrate to them, because they were very, very, very righteous people. And they did. And when the next generation came, he said to them, Shaitan said, didn't you realize that your fathers were bowing their heads down and prostrate to these idols? Do you know why they were doing like this? Because these things are your gods. You should worship them. He started to manipulate, really. He was manipulating with their minds until they did what he wants from them. So, in this way, they forgot Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they forgot everything about Allah, and they started to worship these idols until the next prophet came, and the next prophet was Nuh alayhi salatu wassalam. And inshallah ta'ala, we're gonna talk about him in the next episode. Thanks for listening, and see you soon.